Good evening, good evening. Welcome back to Play the Game with Steve. It is me. It is a beautiful Monday night, and these are ads. All right, and we are ready to have some fun. All right, so we are going to play a Villains Beyond scenario. We're going to talk about Kang, the Conqueror, and then we're going to face him off against Gamora. So in the Villains Beyond video, if you haven't seen that one, I made a suggestion, and one of the suggestions was the sitcom modular set. And the reason why is it because it gives you five different, two, four, five. Yeah, five different obligations. So, and they're crazy. And they're fun and they're tricky. So it changes up Kang a little bit. You know, it makes it a little bit more interesting. And some of these ones are really, really brutal. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to mix up Kang and then we're going to build a Nebula deck. Because I haven't built Nebula in a while, so I want to build Nebula because I haven't done it in a while. So we're going to go to the table and I'm going to ask you, you're in the chat, you're there, I can see you. I see like 3 or 4 of you guys already here. Tell me, what aspect would you like to see Nebula take on our friend? So what aspects should we do to take on Mr. Oh, hi, Anne. How are you? I hope everything is well with you. Long time no see. I got this super cool Game Genix Spider-Man playmat. Acnet is like Protection Nebula. Man, you guys, every time you guys want me to do a deck in Protection, I'm like, done. Because Protection is my favorite aspect, so of course. Anne is also a Protection person. All right. Well, let's take a look at our card pool here in Protection. For resources, we have the defensive energy. All right, is there a strategy? So there's a few different strategies. There's control. Thank you. There's the control strategy, which I've talked about, which is basically stun and confuse the villain. So that's very, very controlled. There's a supportive strategy where you can kind of help, and that's more for a multiplayer. And then there is the I call it the tickle prickle. So basically it's the retaliates and all that stuff. Now, if we look at Gamora, we do have ways to get retaliate up to retaliate 2, which is very fun with the weapons master. And we also have ways of reducing damage from each attack. So those are cards that we could definitely start thinking about when we're building our Nebula deck. So how do we want to build Nebula in Protection? So these are the two things we can look at. So we can try to base off her kit, or we can try to base off of what she can, the aspect can do. So since we have 2 copies of Weapons Master and 2 copies of Wide Stance, that makes we can definitely look into a strategy where we take no damage. Okay, or we can go into a strategy. Sindar's like control. All right, or we can go into strategy where we just retaliate and just like, we can be a little prick. Beep beep. So death by 1,000 cuts. So these are 2 of the options. I hear control. All right, control for me is yes, but if we are going to do him in control, I'm going to change it up because I'm going to make it. I'm going to play the one where it takes 2 stuns and 2 confuses to stop him, or else I find it too simple. All right, so that is just on me. So if you want to go control, Anne says death by 1,000 cuts. Well, there's 8 of you, so I'll let you guys decide while I start pulling out some cards. So right now we have 1 vote for death by 1,000 cuts, and then 1 vote for control. Please chime in the chat. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'll get my upgrades. I'll get my events. And then I'll have my allies. There's not a lot of support ones. So far there's only 2 of you that want to see that. So what's going to happen is I might just do a little bit of both. So if you haven't had a chance, if you love the protection aspect, and if you haven't had a chance to watch this, Brombe is like control. If you haven't had a chance to watch the video I posted with Phoenix protection using the psychic misdirection, that is just one of the most beautiful kind of decks that I have seen with Phoenix. Nobody uses that card. I hadn't seen a deck yet, so I was like, let's see how I can play into that. Playing Psychic Misdirection here, and I played it against the tower defense. So take a look. If you speak French, you can go look into the French videos. It was just beautiful, and just recycling that card, and then really showcasing cards like defensive training that you don't really use, but a hero like Jean Grey, who can just kind of flip-flop a little bit, and any hero that can kind of flip-flop, like Nebula, is probably, if we have a really good event that we want to cycle, we're definitely going to add these defensive trainings to our deck. So these are, since we're playing Nebula, we're obviously going to put these out. I don't think we need the Night Nurse in this one. I don't think we're going to be playing with the Hangar Bay, but we can also take a look-sees. Controlling and Death by 1,000 Cuts. Well, that's the thing. Control and Death by 1,000 Cuts, they don't kind of work well together. Unless I put them on standard 2, and then maybe we can have a little bit more fun with that. So we'll take a look at that. Playing Moondragon. There's not a lot of stuff here. Jocasta, Brother Voodoo, if we're looking for events. As allies, Martyr is a good one. Luke Cage. So Nova is part of the Death by 1,000 Cuts, because you can just keep spending lightning resources to do lightning bolts on him, and then 2 damage every time he initiates. I do like Charlie here. Again, Death by 1,000 Cuts. Charlie makes a good point because he's tough and he has Retaliate. So he's pretty good there in that, and he can also take out some minions. And then obviously Iron Fist for the double stun. I think that makes a lot of sense if we're going to try to go control. All right, so we can definitely include some of these guys here. And we can only play Pinpoint if we are a champion, so that won't work. All right, Interrupt. Starheart just keeps coming back, but I don't want to just play allies over and over. That's not interesting to me. Okay. After you resolve a treachery, if you control another Web Warrior card. Now, this is a little tricky, though. I don't think Nebula is the right person for this one. All right, let's take a look. All right, let's... after Martyr takes consequential damage from performing an attack, and if it defeats an enemy, we can give her a tough status card. So this is the type of control. Tough is a very fun way to control the enemy, because when you have the tough... So we're going to put Martyr, Luke Cage, and let's put Charlie. So for me, tough is a way of controlling the villain. All right, so there we go. Protector would take damage. And Nova. No, we'll let him attack us. So I think 1-1-1-1 here. All right, so we'll get these guys out. These are going to be our allies. So I think we're done for allies, and we're done for support cards. All right, so if we're going to play off the Death by 1,000 Cuts, let's see if we can give our Nebula... We're definitely going to give her a +1 defense. If we're going to be playing that, and we're going to be tough, we could definitely put in some card draw. Electrostatic Armor, Dauntless, that can give us to retaliate 3. I don't think I need the Hard to Ignores. Defensive Stance definitely is something that we might want to play just in case we get hit. The Energy Barriers, again, super good card for Death by 1,000 Cuts. All right, so these are good. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is probably going to be our list of cards, and I think we're going to have to run the double greens. All right. We might put a Preservation here if we go there. All right, then. Now, do we have an Avenger? We don't have an Avenger. Because then we could have played Stand Together, and that would have been fun too. Maybe we do include an Avenger. You know what? Let me see those allies again. Android Avenger, Victor Munchies. And this is when a friendly character would take any amount of damage, exhaust an Avenger and a Guardian. Prevent all that damage. And then, alright, so, okay, we're definitely going to be playing, okay. Change up the strategy. We're playing Stand Together. We're going to solo Stand Together. Oh, man, I love it. This is what we're doing. Alright, we're getting rid of all these. Goodbye. We are playing a Stand Together strategy. Alright, Victor Munchies is here. This is a tactic card, so unfortunately we can't bring her back with Jocasta, but we could look for her with Brother Voodoo. So that we're definitely going to be doing. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, thank you guys for inspiring me. Since she is bald, she needs Professor X. That is a good one. I like it. All right, boom. We're gonna put Nova away. We're gonna put those down, and we're gonna be playing some Stand Togethers. Unfortunately, Stand Togethers won't trigger defensive training, so we're not gonna be playing with those defensive trainings here. All right, but we have two allies here that we can use. Stand Together. And because we probably don't want to, we could keep Starhawk as our third ally. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use Moondragon. Let's see what's in store for us minion-wise. Minion-wise, it's only the Macrobots. So we're not going to use Moondragon. But these are going to be our three guys. Oh, and we also have Gamora that can be used for Stand Together. So we have our two. We have two of each, which is good. All right. Aside from that, 1, 2, 3. This is a tactic, so obviously we can't pay for it like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need 9 more cards to make our deck. What is this Stand Together strategy? Well, technically, Stand Together, because we're going for like a pin and prickle. So Stand Together is something that you would normally play in a multiplayer game, because then everyone can pay for it. Everyone can kind of chip in. In solo, so if you want to see what that strategy looks like in a multiplayer game, take a look on Step Into the Portal. Me, Brant, and Brian, we played this type of deck versus Hela and the Galactic Artifacts. So Hela was attacking like for 15. So for 4 resources, we were doing like 15 damage, preventing 15, and just pushing it right back to her. So it was just beautiful. So that was the kind of the strategy that we were going for. But I'm going to see if I can make that work in standalone, like as a solo. I can't guarantee it's going to work, but I can guarantee it's going to be interesting. All right. So we need 9 cards. So in our basics, let's add ourselves some double resources, because we have a lot of it. One thing that I keep saying, protection is an expensive sport. So if you're going to be playing all these big cost cards, definitely want to start adding those resources to make sure that you have enough money. I think, do I want to add another dude in here? Another Guardian? I would put Professor X, but I'm not going to do the stun confuse strategy. But I am going to add Groot to the deck, because Groot is a great blocker, and he can just keep going over and over. And anybody else that I want to add? Not really. All right. So now we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm looking for 4 more cards. Is there anything that I want to play as events? I don't think I'm going to be running a lot of events with Nebula's deck. I think the only event I want to run is the draw 3 cards, which is the Daughters of Thanos. I don't think I'll be running anything else as far as events in this deck. All right. I'm going to look at my support cards. I don't think I want to run... Actually, maybe Crew Quarters might be a good play because I am going down to Alter Ego. If I do get hit a little bit... Nowhere, if I keep playing Starhawk, it's an extra card draw. I think Team Building Exercise could be a good one. I don't really think we need the CITT. I don't think I need the Mansion or anything like that. But what I could use is an Honorary Guardian. So I can Guardian either Victor Munchies, so he can be an Avenger and a Guardian. So if ever I'm short one, or I can just put that on myself. And then, let's see, what else could we put? She doesn't need a Death Focus. Endurance, obviously, that's a good one. I don't think we need anything else as far as... We're not going to add Symbiote Suits. I think we have a pretty clean deck right there. It's very cheap in our events. What we're going to use are the big ones. All right. Okay. So I think we're just going to take this up. We're going to count. And if we have 25, 26 cards, I think we're good to go. All right. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26. Christmas. All right, 26 cards. So we are good to go with this. So we're going to start shuffling our deck. And then quick question like this. How are you guys doing this evening? Are you having a good start of your week? What have you been doing? Have you been playing Champions? Is there any decks that you've tried that were amazing and you would like to share? In the meantime, stay alert because on Thursday night, Brant and Brian and myself, we are going to go 3-player alter ego game. So we're going to stay in alter ego the entire game, and we're going to try to defeat Expert Ultron. So Expert Ultron versus 3 players in alter ego. And we are not using Black Widow because we used her before for this. We're not using Black Panther. So I think I'm using Storm. I think Brant is going with Phoenix. And then Brian is going with She-Hulk. And we're not all 3 in Justice. Only 1 Justice player. So this should be really interesting. I moved last fall, so I just started an MC meetup at a local game store. You're forgetting to play MC again. Oh, there you go. That is the best. All right, so I'm shuffling. Well, thanks for sharing, Ann. That's super awesome. Yeah, playing with other people. And this is something I'm going to try to do on my channel. I'm going to try, the channel makes no sense. It's Play the Game with Steve, and yet I'm by myself. So I should rename the channel Watch Steve Play the Game. There you go. But I'm going to try to see if I can get more people to just come and join me. Just to have some fun and play some games. You can find me on Marvel Champions Playtime. I do play regularly on that when I can, when I get permission from the wife to play. All right, so we got this. We have Kang. We have Kang's deck. There's no obligations. And yes, I'm wearing pants. All right, we got our life dials. We have our tokens. We're going to put these there so they're easy access. I'm going to put these cards away. Put this away. And then we're good. All right. So Kang has 15 health. And he does start with a toughness. We do start with an encounter card. Let's see that Shadows turn 1. I've been getting new players into the game over the past months. Lots of teaching, MC fun. I know. When you get to introduce this game to new players, it is the bestest. Now I just need to find my hero card. All right. And Nebs, there she is. All nice and shiny with the nice Make It Shine sleeves. Hopefully available one day in your local game store in the US. All right, so we are here, but if not, in the meantime, if you would like some of these foil sleeves, and I haven't forgotten you. I know you said you wanted some. I just haven't had a chance to send them out yet. All right, here we go. 6 cards. So we have a Power Protection. Oh, my Gamora. Oh, well, there you go. Easy. Endurance, Lethal Intent, and Brother Voodoo. So we do have our first Guardian. So I don't think I need 2 Guardians. So I'm going to pitch Lethal Intent and Brother Voodoo and my Endurance. I don't think I'm going to need all of them right now. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and pitch those. And I'm going to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have a Guardian and we have our Avenger. So right now, if we could stand together on the next turn, we could start using it. And we can give him +2 to his health and then just start spanking him like that. All right, so I think what we are going to do is we're going to spend 2 for Victor Munchies. And then we're going to spend 2 for Starhawk. And then if Starhawk takes that exactly tilted his remaining hit points, returning to your hand. So I am going to punch for 2. Here, I'm going to keep Gamora in hand, and he'll take 2 damage. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stay in Alter Ego turn 1. Why am I staying in Alter Ego turn 1? Kang schemes for 1. So what is the point of flipping up? Well, the point is, Steve, you're sure not to scheme out. Then the probability is only 1 card. Let's, you know what? There's no techniques to do. So let's just go up to hero and deal the first 2 points of damage. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so still haven't found one of our techniques. So that's kind of sad. I'm sure we're going to find one at some point. But right now, it is not this time. So we're going to put 1 threat on the main. I think we're just going to take a big hit. We're going to add 1 threat on the main, and Kang is going to attack us for 3. Plus 2 is 5. We're going to go down to 4. Our first encounter card is Weakened. So we'll take damage when we do stuff. And our first one, increase the cost to play each of your upgrades by 2. So we have our first obligation. Well, actually, we have 2 obligations already. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. And if you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, this is perfect. Discard this obligation. Now this was pretty lucky. So now what we're going to do is we are going to thwart for 2 and we're going to take a damage. Actually, we're not going to thwart for 2. We're going to thwart for 1 with Starhawk, and we're going to bring him back. We are going to... We need to play an upgrade. All right, we are going to flip to Nebula and remove 3 threat and recover for 3. Go to 7. Man, not drawing those techniques really hurts. All right, we're going to go 1, 2 for an energy barrier. And then we're going to discard this. Oh, no, it's 4 for an energy barrier. Oh, my God. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your... Oh, we can discard an upgrade from our hand. All right. No, wait a second here. All right, so we're just going to discard our energy barrier to discard this obligation. We are going to spend Nowhere and Lethal Intent for team building exercise. And we're going to stay there. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to pitch Starhawk to get rid of Weekend. All right, we got to get rid of... We're obligationed out. I'm using the Con of Hero Champions because I'm desperate need of sleeves. Would you be happy to pick them up at that event? Yeah, I'm gonna see. I know there's a couple of guys going. I'm gonna see if I can meet up with them before, and then just bring a whole bunch of product over there, and I'll see if we can make something happen there. It's just shipping internationally is just so expensive. So we'll see. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we finally got one of them, and it's our wide stance. And we have our first stand together. All right, this is going to go to 2. He's going to scheme for 1 plus 2, so that's going to go to 5. Hopefully we don't see the advance, but if we do, we'll just start over. Another Weekend. All right, so he is definitely having fun with obligations. I will use the defensive stance to play a wide stance, which will get me to draw 1 and 2 cards. I will then spend Combat Ready to discard cards until I find a technique. No! All right, so it is the Cutthroat Ambition, which will remove 3 threat from a scheme. So that is going to go to 2. I am then going to spend 3 to play my Gamora. And Gamora is going to trigger Cutthroat Ambition and remove 3 threat. Gamora will deal 2 damage down to 11. She'll take a damage. And I guess I play my other wide stance. I'm going to play wide stance again. So now, and I'm going to stay in Alter Ego and heal back up to 9. I did lose my ship, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. But look at that kind of control. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So all of our techniques are coming out now, so that's good. So Kang is going to scheme for 1, plus give Kang a tough status card. So it's going to go to 2. And our encounter card is, it is going to get 2 threat here for each obligation in play. All right, so that is going to have 4 threat on it, but I'm not too worried because we can definitely take care of that right now. All right, so what do we do? +1 attack, +1 stalwart. All right, we're going to use one of our Cutthroat Ambitions to play the Weapons Master, and then we'll draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. Like, we have a lot of double resources and not a lot of stuff to do with it. All right. Are we going to give ourselves Retaliate 2? We should. All right. We are going to use, we're going to, I'm going to get rid of the Weekend with the Weapons Master. I am going to use a Genius for crew quarters. Do I care about being stalwart? I can get myself a tough status card. Let's just do it. Because we can remove all the threat here. We're going to use Armored Vests. Actually, we're going to use this to play our Armored Vest. We're going to use our other double resources for our crew quarters. We are going to flip up. And Gamora and Nebula are going to remove the pin down. All right. Let's see. This is where we're going to get 3, 4, and 5. All right. So that means we still have 2 defensive stances here. Oh, no. This is going to go to 3. We're going to bring it to 4. And he's going to attack us for 3. We are going to defend for 3. He's attacking us for 1. So he takes double retaliates. So that's just going to go away. And we took no damage. And then our encounter card is Master Plan. We're going to find a side scheme, which is a rampage with 4 threat on it. All right. Stuff happens. First things first. Wide stance. We'll do him twice. We'll look at the top 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll get rid of that Shadows of the Past. Yes, sirree. And then we'll look at the top 3. 1, 2, and 3. Kang attacks us. Ooh, this could be interesting. Because we're going to get caught off guard. Or do we want him to attack us? I think we want him to attack us. I think that's what we want to do here. Or he schemes for 1. All right, let's see what we do here. We only have 3 cards left. So if we use Gamora, we're not going to be able to use our Daughters of Thanos. We got to be smart here. All right, we're just going to leave it at that. So he'll attack us once, twice, 3 times a lady. All right, so I think this is what we'll do. We'll have him attack us, and then we'll get caught off guard. All right, boom, boom, boom. We'll put these in this order. Oh, wait, we have to discard one. Let's discard this one. So we know what the next 2 are. Then we are going to deal 4 damage to an enemy with piercing. And so he's going to go down to 7. And then we're going to remove 3 threat from a scheme. And then we're going to get rid of all of our techniques. All right. And then this is going to go down to 1. All right. Let's see what we do. I'm sad to do Daughters of Thanos for this. All right, so what I'm going to do, that means I don't get to see it anymore. So I'm going to spend a combat ready to play Daughters of Thanos, and then I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. There's the other stand together. We are going to get our encounter card, which we know is the Assault. So this one, we're actually going to be able to do our stand together. All right. Oh, wait. The Daughters of Thanos does not shuffle back in. All right, boom. That's done. All right, so what else do we have? We have Unflappables. So we'll keep this, and then we'll just put a bunch of stuff here. I guess we Goose and Prickle. We could play 3 cards that cost 1. We're at 9, Evasive Maneuvering, and Unflappable. Okay, let's just do that. We have other stand-togethers. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. I'm going to put an Energy Barrier, and I'm going to put an Unflappable. There we go. So that's card draw and an Energy Barrier. Because then we can defend. We'll stand together, and we might just kill him before we flip. So that's going to be interesting. And then we're staying up. We're going here. We know that this is coming. This is coming. We're keeping Gamora. All right, here we go. 2. Oh, my God. Of course, we had to get all 3 stand-togethers in our hand. All right, here we go. This is going to go up to 3. Kang is going to get +2 attack. I am going to spend all of my cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, to stand together. So Kang is going to attack for 5 and 6. I'm exhausting Gamora and Victor Munchies. So Kang is going to take 6 damage. He'll go down to 1. And then I get double encounter card. It is not a defense, so that doesn't work. Surge, we don't have any obligations. Into an assault. Kang wants to attack. We'll put a threat on the main scheme. He's going to attack us for 3. We have a defense of 3 and 4. So we're going to prevent 1. Deal a damage. Kang is defeated. At the end of the phase. So technically he is gone. I do get to draw a card off Unflappable, which is a double resource. And Kang is going to attack us again. We're going to add a threat because it doesn't really matter. He's going to attack us for 3, 4, 5. We're going to go down to 4. And then the phase ends. So we are switching Kangs. Because there is a side scheme in play, we're going to add an acceleration onto Kang, the Master of Time. So Kang's arrival is gone. Rampage gets discarded. We're going to choose a random set-aside Kang. So the only sad part is, like, I saw all 3 of my stand-togethers. So that was kind of sad. And we get Kang Immortus. So this is going to give us here. That's going to go away. And then Immortus, he has toughness and 22 health. So toughness and 22 health. And this starts at 0. Goes up by 1. These can go away. These can go away. All right. And he schemes for 3. All right. So that's done. That's done. That's done. We are going to flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to recover with our crew quarters. Go to 5. And then we're going to start drawing some cards. Hopefully we can start finding our ships and all stuff. 2, 4, 5, and 6. So we have a combat ready. Should be fun. All right. 1 threat. Kang is going to scheme for 3. Plus 2 is 5. So that is going to go to 6. First encounter card is a Macrobots with Guard and Retaliate. Second one is Insight 1, goes to 7. And then each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an obligation. All right, so let's go get one of the fun ones. We don't want these ones. Time travel hijinks would take what? It would take my Gamora, which is probably not that bad right now. This gets rid of all our supports. Okay, and all of our supports. We only have 2. Reduce your ally limits. We don't want that. Insight 3 would go to the next one. Exhaust your identity, discard a confused status. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go get... Oh, you don't belong here. That was a crime one. Let's go get... You cannot play hero-specific cards. Wait. No. Let's get a fun one. Exhaust your identity and each support you control. Discard this obligation. All right, we're going to get this one. The Family Matters. So we have to exhaust each support we control. So we have 2 and exhaust our identity. And we're going to get rid of it. All right, that's done. We're going to use... we could Lethal Intent here and deal 4 damage to an enemy, which is good. And then we still have this guy. All right, we're going to combat ready. And we're going to shuffle in 2 more techniques. Actually, we're going to discard until we find a technique. Let's... Oh, it's the Weapons Master. Sweet. Comes into play, deals 4 damage to the Macrobot. Boom. Done. All right. Okay, we're going to use Power of Protection to play the other Weapons Master, which is going to draw us 2 cards, Groot and a Cutthroat Ambition. Oh, man, that's so good. Oh, man, we're going to use White Stance to play Cutthroat Ambition. We are going to flip back up. We're going to Lethal Intent for 3. Because we have Cutthroat Ambition and Weapons Master, we're going to remove 3 threat from a scheme. So 7 is going to go down to 4. And because we have Piercing and Overkill, we're going to deal 8 damage to Kang Immortus. And he can't take damage if there's a minion. So 8 takes him down to 14. Am I correct? Yes. Down to 14. All right. Well, that was very good. All right. So very, very good. We have Retaliate 2, so we can be very, very prickly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. If there's anything you guys have to say, please say so. Nebula is awesome. All right, so we're going to add 1 threat here. This is going to go to 5. He wants to attack. I think I'm just going to put Gamora in front for this one. So Gamora is going to take the hit for this one. For 4, Gamora goes away. And our encounter card is Frozen in Time. All right, so we do not ready. Here, we're going to remove 3 threat from the main. That's going to go down to 2. And then we're going to do another 8 damage, which is going to take this guy to 6. Ouch. Yowzers. All right. It's going to be a quick game. I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 to play Nebula's ship. We're going to remove 2 threat. Actually, we're not going to ready. So we're going to flip and recover. Go to 8. Go to 9. Nah. We're going to remove 2 threat. We're going to flip to Alter Ego. We're going to use our ship to play Wide Stance, which is going to draw us 2 cards. We're going to use Lethal Intent for an Endurance to go to 8. We're going to use our Kree Quarters to go to 9. And then we're going to Combat Ready. And we're going to put 2 more preparations in this deck. So we're going to put Weapons Master for Retaliate and Cutthroat Ambition. There you go. Put these 2 back in and shuffle. How you guys enjoying the game so far? Nebula Protection Control. Gotta love it. All right, we're going to have... Oh, we don't ready and we discard Frozen in Time. And we have Wide Stance. And here we go. 6 cards. So 2, 4, 5, and 6. So perfect. So we'll be able to play our Protector. We'll be able to give ourselves a tough status. Oh, man, we are in good shape. So this is going to go to 1. He's going to scheme for 3. Plus 2 is 5. So that is going to go to 6. And counter card is Surge. We already exhausted. Into Temporal Shield. Ah, ratsies. All right, so we'll have to try to figure out a way to deal some damage. Oh, I have a great way to deal damage. All right, first things first. For 1, we're going to play Unyielding Persistence, which is going to trigger and draw us 1, 2 cards. So Energy Barrier and Brother Voodoo. We are going to Crew Quarters for 1. Go to 10. We are going to flip up. we are going to use defensive stance and a team building exercise to play Starhawk. Starhawk is going to attack for 2. Temporal shield will go away when Kang is attacked. Discard and deal 1 damage to the attacker. So that is going to deal him 1 damage, which is going to trigger interrupt. When Starhawk takes damage exactly equal to his remaining hit points, return him to your hand. So, baby, come back. We're going to spend an energy. We're going to play him right back. And then I think what we're going to do, we're going to spend 2 for another energy barrier with 3. And we are going to Lethal Intent, Brother Voodoo. So we have 2 allies, and we are going to give ourselves a tough status card. Money. Starhawk will deal 2 damage, take him down to 4. All right. We are readying everything. We're taking double encounter cards. So we got our Nowhere, Weapons Master, and our Cutthroat Ambition. I want to try this deck out. It contains a number of cards I've not used before. Well, great. Nebula sprinkling Kang across the multiverse. Deck building ideas are brewing for characters I rarely ever use. You know what? That makes me happy. That really makes me happy that you guys are seeing combos and potential where you wouldn't normally. And this is what I try to do with this channel, is just try to open your eyes, look up to the skies, and see all of the cards are an endless possibility, because they easy come, easy go. When you're playing Nebula, just once you go. All right, we're going to stop saying because it's funny. All right, here we go. We're going to add 1 threat on the main, a 7. Yeah, Starhawk should have taken 2 damage. We are Tuftsies, so we are we defending? Do we even defend here? Because yeah, we can kill him on the defense. All right. We're going to defend for 3. He's attacking for 2. We're actually defending for 4 because... Oh, no, we want to take the damage here. I want to draw an extra card, though. Choices. Defend. All right, so he's attacking for 4. -1 is 3. I have a perfect defense, so I took no damage. Inflappable, I'll draw a card. Rats. This is not going to help. All right. Actually, it will. And then 2 encounter cards. First one is Watch Me Play. Insight 3. No! All right. So Insight 3 in peril. When I look up a rule, I am confused. Okay. So this is going to make this pop. So we are going to lose this. And we're going to get a Kang's Dominion. So Chronopolis leaves play. We're getting Kang's Dominion under the stage 4. And then the next one is a Rampage with 4 threat and an acceleration. All right, so a couple things happen here. Kang goes away. Bye-bye, Kang. He goes away. This comes out with 3 threat. Kang Immortus goes away. We come back and have Wrath of Kang. We're going to place our acceleration here. We have Super Kang with 25 health and a tough. And what else is happening here? Nothing happens here. Nothing happens there. And then we go find our nemesis Gamora. And we put her into play. All right. So Gamora 2/2 with 6 health. And she is here. And then it's the hero's turn. So all that happened on the villain's turn. All right, here we go. So first things first. We are going to give Nebula a tough status card. Unfortunately, we already had one. Then we're going to... Nebula is going to look at the top 3 cards. So a tough status card is Shield, Stolen Memories, Guard and Retaliate. We can just get through this guy, so it doesn't really matter. So we are going to give him a boost of 2. And then we'll have a Macrobots in here. All right, so that takes care of these 2 cards. All right, here we go. We're first of all going to spend 2 to play Nowhere. Starhawk is going to remove 1 threat from Kang's Dominion and come right back to my hand. I'm going to spend 2 to play Starhawk, trigger Nowhere, draw me another card. Oh, it's my Gamora. It's not the right one, though. All right. Then I could keep Gamora. All right. I'm going to deal 2 damage to Gamora with Starhawk, who's going to take 2 damage. I'm going to use Nebula's ship to play Weapons Master. I'm going to play Cutthroat Ambition for a Lethal Intent and deal 4 damage to an enemy, which is going to take out my other Gamora. So that is gone. All right, so that, and then I'm going to keep Gamora. But then there's 2 acceleration. He schemes for 5. And then we get a guard. So if I go to Alter Ego here, I could probably... And the only reason why I want to go to Alter Ego is because I want to get rid of this. So there's 3 threat plus 5. It's going to go to 8 out of 10, which is fine. So 8 out of 10, and then we get a guard, and we're good. So we are going to go down to Alter Ego. And we're going to leave that like that. We're going to untap everything. We're going to heal for 1, go to 11. We're going to keep Gamora in hand. And then we'll be able to trigger, get rid of the guard, get rid of everything. All right, so 2, 4, 6 cards, and we have another Lethal Intent. So we're going to be able to do a lot of work on our turn. So we're adding 1, 2, 3, 3 threat plus 5. So it's going to go to 8. And then we get a Macrobots as our enemy. Awesome sauce. All right, first things first. Nebula's ship is going to play a Weapons Master, trigger the Cyber Enhancements, which is going to draw me 2 cards, and we have our stand together, so we are going to keep that one. Okay, then Crew Quarters is going to bring us to 12. We are going to flip up. We are going to remove 2 threat from Kang's Dominion, which is going to give us another encounter card. All right, we are going to use Team Building Exercise and Genius to play my Gamora. So this is our 3rd ally. She is going to trigger a Weapons Master, which is going to deal 4 damage to the Macrobot. This is going to trigger Nowhere to make me draw a card. It's another energy barrier. All right. Starhawk is going to punch the tough away. Yeah, and then he is going to come right back to hand. Oh, wait. Is he coming? Yeah, because he removed 1 threat from here. So he's coming back to hand. Oh, man, what am I doing? I want to play it. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. I thought we're gonna be a little prickly here. We are going to. I don't want Starhawk. I don't need Starhawk anymore. So I'm gonna go 1 for an electrostatic armor. And then, actually, it's going to be 1, 2 for an energy barrier. There you go. And then I'm going to lethal intent for 2. And I'm going to deal 8 damage to him. So 25 minus 8. So 25 minus 10 is 15, 16, 17. Gamora hasn't taken any damage yet. Is going to remove 2 threat from the main so we don't lose. Yes. I think we're good. And if we survive all this, I think we're good. All right. 2, 4, 5. So we have another stand together. All right. We're adding 1, 2, 3 threat. So 6 plus 3 is going to go to 9. Man. We're going to give Kang plus 2 attack. So he's going to attack for 5. Plus 3 is 8. Oh, man. This is so good. We're going to use Stand Together, Strength, and the Nebula ship. We're going to exhaust Victor Mancha and Gamora. And we're going to deal 8 damage to himself. So he is going to go down to 9. I only lose to advance. Manipulate. Discard each event from your hand. So I'm losing my manipulated time stream. Oh, no! Come on! Come on, really? Both advances were at the end. Oh, man. Oh, he was so dead. He was so dead, too. Because I had 8, 9, 10 damage right there coming in. Oh, rats. Oh, well. That was super anticlimactic. Well, actually, it was good. It was fun. It was really, really fun. Letting that scheme go up to 8. And I really did forget to... Because he was scheming for 3... 4, 5. So yeah, it would have been too much. Should have played control. 8. Well, look. I had fun. This was a great matchup. The obligations didn't really matter too much. I didn't really get to pull it kind of fell weird in a couple times, but you could see how the deck set itself up. I look at this defense. It was crazy. 1 turn away, and this is what these are the best type of games, right? 1 turn away, have some fun, and just play the game. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. What time is it? It's 8:30, so I'll have time to do other stuff tonight. But this was a fun little game with Kang and the sitcom. So Kang did get the better of us this time. And I do suggest that you try this at home. Try Kang with the sitcom. Again, with all these extra obligation, it makes it very, very fun and interesting. GGN. See you later. See you, Sindar. So anyway, yeah, don't forget. The next video coming out is we're starting our Villains Beyond series with the Guardians box. So that should be interesting as well. If you have any thoughts on that, you can see what my reflections are on that, especially with the way to modify the scenarios to make it more thematic, more challenging, or even just more for the lulz. So that's going to be interesting. I might actually switch the more challenging to less challenging for these ones. All right. So on that note, guys, thank you so much. Guys and girls, obviously. I hope you had a good time with me tonight. I'll see you guys on the next video. on the next live stream with Brent on Thursday for our 3-player alter ego on Step Into the Portal. And yeah, that's about it. Keep on playing Marvel Champions. Remember just to have some fun and play the game. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Ciao, ciao. Booyah. Oh.